Hey ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis, and today we are going to be talking about Telcoin, aka Tel. So with that in mind, let's dive on in and start off with this tweet here. So I said on October 26th that I've been watching Tel for the last few days, and it seems like we could be on the cusp of a big breakout. There's a few levels for us to break here, but for the most part, the chart looks bullish. Now, as we look at Telcoin has been one of my overlooked and sort of undercover gems for a while. Going all the way back to 2021, for an example, it was one of the largest movers in the market. And full transparency, I did not actually have a large amount of Telcoin at that time. Today, that is completely different because I do believe that Telcoin is going to explode in the next big run up. And I will talk to you guys exactly about why I believe this in this video. But before I actually get to that, let's talk about why I believe that Tel is actually set to explode. One, let's address the overall market for Telcoin. As we look at the all-time chart here and we go to the log scale, I personally love this chart setup because we've had a deep wick, but we went all the way down to about 0.0008. So this is a fraction of a penny. And this level that we wicked down to was actually back testing resistance from 2019 and also even earlier in 2019. So this is like the summer of 2019, and this is around like roughly April of 2019. And the reason why this is a significant level for us to actually hold as support is because it's flipping macro resistance into support. I actually think that this could very well be the bottom for Telcoin. We still have to be cautious. We still need to address a few things. But for the most part, this chart looks great on CoinMarketCap. And yes, I do have the TradingView chart open as well. We will address that. But first, let's actually talk about the market cap. This thing's market cap is literally $102 million. Fully diluted, it's still sitting at about roughly $150 million. At a dollar, this thing is worth $100 billion. Do I think that's going to a dollar? Not necessarily right now, but I do think that it could hit some significant levels. My overall target in the next run-up is roughly 10 cents. But I still think that it could go well beyond my levels of interest. I think that it could go to 20 to 30 cents. But I'm going off of 10 cents because it is a conservative and it's a lower risk level of interest. And even from today's prices, 10 cents is a massive move. But as we do look down here at the overall markets, I mean, this thing is not on major exchanges. I mean, besides Qcoin, this thing is barely listed anywhere decent. So it does have large marketability from major tier 1 listings, which I'm very excited to see eventually. So imagine like a Binance listing, imagine a Coinbase listing, you name it. That is still in, that's a probability, right? Like that's probably going to happen in the next run up. Who knows, right? So again, that's also a possibility. Outside of that, when we look at the chart, like I said, we wick down to some significant levels. It is almost a perfect retest of significant resistance. But as we do look at the area of interest here, I was more interested in seeing this level getting tested for a bullish, not so much bearish market sentiment, because this level getting tapped in is retesting significant demand from January and even February of 2021 before the big moves actually started to the upside of roughly 6 cents. Now, where we are at currently, we have a little bit of work to do, right? Personally speaking, I would like for us to hold and maintain this range that we are in now, roughly 0.0013, roughly 133-ish. So this level right here, I would like for us to maintain this area as support. So I don't want to see us actually trading below this level going forward until, of course, like the next bear market, if we do, see these levels ever again. Because again, a lot of altcoins will never see their all-time lows or their lows from past cycles ever again. And this is a level that I think is pretty low. And if we do hit around roughly 10 cents in the next run up, this level probably will never be seen again. But either way, I'm watching and waiting to see something where we kind of just range in here for a little bit and then have a big break to the upside. And again, this level that we almost got to on the candle wick of October 23rd on the weekly, this level right here, this 0.00165-ish level, this is the big moment of truth, because this will basically teleport us to about 0.003, this level up here, which is significant resistance. I would actually say it's almost like roughly 0.00275-ish. This is going to be a big moment, because if we could actually break over this, and by the way, this is not going to happen all at once. We will most likely see some weekly candles here brewing. So give or take maybe like a month, 2 months out. But if we can break through this, then we have a pretty good opportunity here on Telcoin. And the reason for that being is because, listen, from our level that we are at right now to just this level here is an 84% run up. But to some of these levels up here, you're talking about like roughly a 2x to almost a 5x return. And again, to the all-time high, you're talking about roughly a 43x return on your investment. Pretty significant. But outside of the price chart, right? Because again, like price chart is not too significant right now. What I'm actually looking at is fundamentals. So I quoted this tweet regarding Telcoin because they put out a tweet saying Telcoin is using blockchain to bring user-owned financial products to every mobile phone user in the world. DeFi trading available on the go. And I said the moves that the Telcoin team have made this year are a huge gateway to mass adoption of DeFi and crypto. I'm looking forward to seeing the big moves Tel will make leading into the next cycle. And this is true, right? Like if we actually look at smartphones, they could very well be a gateway to mass adoption. There was an article that got posted by the Daily Hodl back in October of 2022, so literally a year ago, that said smartphones could be what sparks mass adoption of crypto, according to Invest Answers. And there was a few discussions here. So this is from the co-creator of Solana. He's saying if you can simplify the wallet, you can change the game. And this is where Solana comes into place, basically. In my opinion, I don't really care for Solana, just my opinion. But we do see the big plan for the solution for mass adoption of crypto is a wallet integrated in a smartphone. And that could help with the global economic freedom. And guess what? We literally have that with Telcoin. Telcoin literally changed the game. But a lot of people are still overlooking it. Like, it's actually kind of crazy to see where Telcoin is right now and how many people are just avoiding the project because they just don't actually know what it is. But do you see, what does it look like with 1 billion people using crypto? What do you imagine? It's in the device that you use every day. The phone has to be your hardware wallet. That's just something that we always felt. What do you see? Why the phone? What's so special about the phone? Why not just a laptop or the internet? Well, more people have phones than anything else. And also, with a wallet in the phone, it's better, cheaper, faster. It's also fully authenticated because there's a ton of features within a smartphone that are very important. And this is where we start to kind of see fingerprints and retina scans and things like that. But outside of that, right, this is true. Like I said, smartphones are a great gateway to mass adoption. And in terms of the actual number of mobile users worldwide from 2020 to 2025, we still see this growing astronomically. In 2023, this year, 7.33 billion users. This is actually projected to be about roughly 7.5 billion by 2025. So this number is only going to grow over time more and more. And if you could truly have crypto just grasp some percentages of this market, this is huge. And again, the mobile phones, penetrating the mobile phone usage is huge from the crypto adoption side of things. Also, right, if we actually look at Telcoin, they are leading the path to mass adoption through mobile phones. We know this. And they have been growing very fast. There was actually a tweet just put out in the middle of October. We do see the Telcoin commercial team is headed back to Rwanda next week for the MWC Kigali. I hope that I'm saying that name correctly. I'm probably not. The biggest telecom and mobile money conference in Africa. Come visit the Telcoin booth to learn more about our vision for blockchain-powered user-owned financial services designed to empower every mobile phone subscriber in the world. And again, this is essentially banking the unbanked as well. But outside of this, we know that the platform that Telcoin and the team behind Telcoin have built is very significant. There's a lot of things here, right? Like you have TelX, you have the Telcoin app. You also have a lot more that really kind of is still yet unexplored for most people, like remittances, for an example. But Telcoin's mission to provide every mobile phone user in the world with access to a high-quality user-owned financial product. Platform goals: self-custodial financial products empowered by mobile network operators globally. Globally adopted self-sustaining financial infrastructure which scales to meet the demands of a global user base, empowers everyone with a mobile phone regardless of capital and technical sophistication to access products, add value, and earn incentives. Beyond this, right, like here's the platform components. You have Telcoin with the native asset Tel, the Telcoin app, TelX, and then Telcoin network. And you can actually see it all on the left side, really kind of described to you. The native asset, the application layer, the liquidity engine, and then the settlement network. And you can actually learn all about this if you guys want to. Again, it all depends on how deep you guys really want to dive into this. They do have a little bit of an image here of how the app looks. This is what you want. This is what you want to penetrate mobile phones, right? Because listen, mass adoption of crypto is not somebody going into MetaMask and signing a transaction. It just isn't, right? Like that's like, we have to dumb things down. This is not to take shots at anyone, but you know, retail users are not extremely sophisticated when it comes to utilizing crypto solutions. So a wallet like this, where it's very similar to PayPal or Cash App or Venmo, things that users are already aware of and experienced with, is a huge step in the right direction around mass adoption of this technology. And this app, this wallet, this is so damn simple. It's so damn simple. It's not too clinky. It's not too, bunched together with a ton of features. It's straightforward. Straightforward. That's what you want. And by the way, like this UI that I just showed you, that's the older UI. We actually know that Telcoin just announced new digital assets and an updated UI/UX now available in the Telcoin app. This was back in September. I'm telling you guys, they continue to expand. They continue to kill it every single time. The total number of DeFi assets available on the app now is 110. And by the way, going back to this initial statement about like the exchanges, Telcoin actually has their own exchange. Like you could literally buy Telcoin and multiple other assets within the actual app. That's how big this is. There's 82 cryptocurrencies within this. So this is big. 110 full DeFi assets tapped in. And we can actually see a few things down here as well. We're excited to offer an improved trading experience and support a lot more assets in the Telcoin app and continue to grow as a legitimate alternative to centralized exchanges and the myriad issues plaguing a number of them over the past year. And we do see our emphasis on DeFi, our assisted self-custody model, and our strong focus on compliance in every market where we operate has put us in an excellent position to capture users fleeing uncertainty to a safer, more trusted platform. I'm telling you guys, like, as we actually look at Telcoin, they have done everything right. We also see here, Telcoin users in the US can deposit USDC into the Telcoin app with a debit card, with bank deposits and withdrawals planned to return soon. Users in France, Germany, Italy, Lithuania, the Netherlands, Poland, Portugal, and Sweden can deposit USDC into the Telcoin app with a debit card or bank account and withdraw euros via SEPA transfer. On and off ramps are set to extend to the rest of the European Union and beyond soon. I'm telling you guys, this is what you like. This is what you want out of these low market cap gems. When you're talking about sub $500 million and it's barely touching $150 million in market cap, the upside potential for Tel is massive, especially with this much substance and moves being made behind the scenes. Beyond securely storing and trading digital assets, the Telcoin app also offers best-in-class digital fiat remittances to mobile money platforms across the globe. They are headquartered in Singapore, where its operating entity is licensed as a major payment institution. Ripple just got that license as well, and many other players have been getting that license because Singapore wants to become a leader. The group's subsidiaries are also registered as money services businesses in the United States, Canada, and Australia. Telcoin Europe, UAB, based in Lithuania, is registered as a digital asset exchange provider in the EU. In the US, Telcoin notably supported the Nebraska Financial Innovation Act to create digital asset depository institutions for state-chartered banks, which was signed into law in May of 2021 as well. I'm telling you guys, like Telcoin is a real deal. Like, if there's a token that you need to be looking into for the next cycle that can deliver massive gains, we're talking about a 40x return here, the all-time high. Like, you need to be looking into Telcoin. Because in my opinion, with everything that I just gone over, and with where Telcoin is at right now, market-wise, in my opinion, Telcoin is set to explode. Like, it's set to explode. And beyond that, I also think with all of the major improvements that they have been making, and with the UI already that they have, because listen, the UI behind Tel is very simple. It's very clean. It's straightforward. Anyone can get it. Anyone can understand it. I really do think that Telcoin could penetrate the mobile money user market. We're talking about 7 billion users here. That's huge. And this is what you want in order to actually achieve mass adoption, is simplify the front end layer. And that's what Telcoin has done. It's a game changer. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on if you guys want more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord in the description below. And with that being said, guys, this has been Nick. Peace out.